not have the fucking link? Literally just go into the announcements and copy that link.
Alrighty. Ooh, what's this? Elf Creed. Add this to Amy. Elf Creed is JB and he wants to be added to the call.
Right, I'll let him know.
Announcement. There we go.
You can call JB then, because like it's gonna otherwise be really goddamn annoying.
Copying your link, Amy. So if it don't work, I don't know. I don't know.
I need JB to close his other friggin' one.
Josh, I think it's done. I've just turned it off.
Can you pass me my phone, please? My phone. It's in the living room.
I'm back.
Okay. What are you using? Are you using Elf Creed or using?
Yes, Elf Creed.
We'll log out with this one and go into Elf Creed.
No, I'm using Elf Creed as my webcam one.
Just make it more. Make everything more. I'm fine for now. I'm fine for now. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Amy, the reason why.
Right, we'll just go do it so I can sort the placement of shit. Cause you're dying to. You posted it, Widow?
Yep.
Oh shit! What was that already? Oh, Flair's hosting us.
Oh.
What's up, Flair?
Woo.
Welcome to the podcast. Still getting ready. See, it does work. I think the link you had just never fucking worked, man.
You don't like me.
There we go.
There's JB, right. So now I have to do this annoying thing of where JB has two things.
Oh man. Okay, hold on.
It's fine. I'm sure that won't annoy the fuck out of me.
Amy,
yeah.
can't let the cat go this thing. I'm putting this.
Right, put it something over it.
Just overlap everybody.
Oh, Cap's here now, and I need a fucking title for him as well. God damn it, Cap.
Folks.
My mic is quiet. I'll fix that.
Okay, I have a solution to a problem.
Do you? Is this better? Someone tell me if this is
work, but, you know.
if this is better or worse.
Camera-wise?
No, my camera's fucked because I think I'm uploading shit and it's like just having a shit. I think it's like fucking just like
too much stuff.
Luckily enough, Fumble and Kappa are near the same each other. So I'm gonna do this. Fumble. Cap.
What is going on?
What's up, man? We're just changing. So there we go. So now Cappy has a little icon to say his name. Is my mic okay now? Or is it too loud? Too little?
It seems fine.
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, I'm in lapses. Sorry, sir, didn't mean to type in all caps.
Should be fixed now.
Right. Okay.
Maybe you like my mug? I painted it myself.
What is it? You're both on
like
it.
Two wings.
Better.
And then.
What are you using for video for the video call? Discord.
That's really quite cool.
Thanks.
I'm just gonna move some shit up here so it's not in JB's face. This fucking follow thing is really annoying because it's like the littlest word in the possibility and it doesn't click up. Okay, so cool. Right, everything is fine. Widow's posted it everywhere. I'm gonna post it in the Drunk Tavern as well because we might do a D&D Q&A. Don't even start, Grumpy. You can be on next week's. I promise. You can be on next week's. Okay.
All right. Whose all cameras am I looking at right now?
So
I see Amy. I see myself. Who's you? Is that JB?
That's JB. If you look at the stream, I've helpfully put names above everybody so everybody knows.
See what I look like the first time.
Yeah.
Wait, aren't you in my? Yeah, you're in my server. You should saw me when I was wearing my glasses.
Okay, so one sec.
Camera machine broke. Y'all can't see me.
I don't want to be on next week's. Look, Grumpy. You gotta get what you're given. Okay, so this is sort of I think my camera's way too high, so when I'm like, because it's not eye level. I mean, up. That's better. There we go. Oh, right, okay. My lovely kitchen. So this is sort of like a test to go of, do people want to listen to us rant about shit as we chill out? So we haven't got a name for this podcast, yes? So I'm your host.
Oh.
I haven't thought of a name. We haven't workshopped that yet. So I'm your host, Cake, joined by Kat, JB, and pointing like Fumble and Cappy. And we're here for all the world to rant. What was that? Right, look, every kitchens in Britain have dryers and washers in it. Just let go of that fact from here. Let it go. Let it the fuck go. Okay? Turn everybody up.
Oh, batteries are dead and the headphones won't light up.
So
Great labeling.
what? What's wrong with my labelling? What's wrong with my fucking label? What? Go on. No, let's start this off fucking right. What's wrong with my labelling? Go on.
First off, why are they different colors?
Because I thought it'd be nice to have different colours.
But then you have 3 names the same color.
Because I can't add, because Fumble and Cappy are like one person. So they can have one.
That hurts me in ways you cannot imagine.
No, it's just that because I can only have so many like text boxes, and if I have the same text box, so if I like have 2 headers, it changes each header, so I have had to have a different thing.
Got it.
I'll try and fix it for next week.
Have you tried doing better?
No, next time I'll try and do better, I promise. Okay, anybody got any more questions about my kitchen or the fucking text? Can we start this shit? Okay. Nope. Thank you very much. Okay, so like I said, this is a work in progress. We're going to be discussing the weekly news or the news that I found. Due to some of the new games that we've been playing, games that have come out, and then we're going to go on a bit of a rant. So,
oh no, don't get me started on rants. Please don't.
So should we start this off? What do we want to start off with? How about we start off with Anthem? Let's start off with that nutshell.
That garbage awful game.
Honestly,
Yeah.
my brother plays it on Xbox. I have no idea what it is.
We
It's
need like
just the
wait,
worst.
one sec. What do you mean you need like 20 minutes more to prepare? Prepare what? What are you gonna fucking prepare? What, are you getting popcorn? We're not a fucking. It's not a movie.
I like how the whatchamacallit thumbnail thing is someone drinking tea and just chatting, and I'm the only one actually having a drink and no one else is following
As
the thumbnail.
far as you know.
As far as you know.
Well, we don't have a webcam.
I'm working on it!
Okay.
I have a webcam, but camera machine broke.
Yeah, that's true. So
Woo.
it's fine. We're good. So hopefully, that's fine. You can hear us in the background. Like I said, this doesn't have to be a visual thing, guys. If you just want us to have us in the background listening to us, that's fine. That's what the podcast must be. We just have here for everybody's pleasure of who wants to watch visually. So yeah, let's kick it off with Anthem. Anybody want to have any like thoughts? Anybody straight away?
It's shit.
To the
But I
fumbles.
believe it might be better eventually.
The
Fumbles.
story mode looked fun when I was watching my brother.
Yeah. So
And that's about it.
just
I
if.
haven't heard much about it. Or
What do you mean you haven't? How have you not heard much about Anthem? Have you lived under a rock?
I haven't heard much about Anthem either, so.
I haven't. I mean, I've
Okay,
heard.
guys.
I
So,
guess I'm the only informed one.
so guys,
It's pretty
anybody
much
who
just
hasn't
like-
heard of fucking Anthem because you lived under a rock, it came out this month, the 22nd, and
I mean, I
it
know
was
what it is.
it was basically EA's attempt at Destiny, more or less.
Yeah. So it was crap.
I mean, Destiny got really good later on. Destiny 2, Destiny 1, with time they got good. But Anthem, if anybody saw the trailers, it was very hyped up of, like, you got these things called javelins, and you'd have different powers, you could fly everywhere, you fight these big bosses, and you do really cool shit, and then everybody's like, oh, this is one buggy as hell. I think a lot of the complaints was it's lackluster as well in the story, like, BioWare who made it, for those who don't know BioWare,
Hey.
they
Oh,
made...
I think I know what game you're talking about now. I think I know
Yeah,
what game you're talking about.
BioWare made Mass Effect, and
You mean
Dragon.
the company that no longer exists?
Yeah, so here's the thing. So like we all know EA is pretty shit. Like EA's been in decline for years now. At one point EA might have been really good, but like they're really shit. And what they seem to be doing is, I think Cappy's having issues. Fumble just left.
Uh-oh.
But EA like sort of like buys up a bunch of companies, makes them do shit like games, and then pushes that, and then basically shuts them down. So Anthem was they hyped up BioWare's Anthem like it's the next greatest game. It's gonna be awesome. You're gonna fly around the teams and everything, and then everybody's like, "Oh, it's shit." I think it came out early. Do you know, for those who had early access, I think Origins and stuff like that on the PC, and the reviews that came out were horrendous.
Oh, okay, I know what game you're talking
Yeah,
about.
you remember
I
now.
looked
It was
at that.
horrendous,
Yeah.
and they got backlashed for it like so much.
If you want me to be honest,
BioWare
it
made
is
Knights of the Old
not-
Republic. Yeah, they did as well. That was a good game.
I'll be honest. Watching the video, watching the trailer for it, I was not amused.
I mean, this is the thing. This is the thing. Every fucking game company does this. They have this really cool, awesome trailer, and you're like, "Fuck yeah, look at that game!" And then it gets to the actual game, and you're like, "So I'm sorry. What's this now? What's this?"
What happened?
I believe the statistics said that in its first week, or its Anthem sold less than what Mass Effect Andromeda did, like half of what Mass Effect Andromeda did in physical copies. Now this is in physical copies, and obviously the digital market is taking over. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I mean, they did. Mass Effect Andromeda didn't do very well as well. Like BioWare, it kind of took a dive. It came out really shitly. A lot of people were negative, and it was like that. But it was like, okay, maybe you give BioWare a chance. And when they heard you were working on Anthem, it was like, yeah, BioWare, because BioWare's known for their great stories and stuff. So you're gonna be like, awesome story and this thing. BioWare's not BioWare back in the day, yeah. It just seems like EA has this reputation now of taking great companies and fucking
turning
them
them
up. Yeah, fucking them up and be like, well, now you die.
Yeah.
And which is really sad because, again, BioWare made some really great games back in the day.
Well,
And
it's
it is-
basically the strip mining approach to game developers,
Yeah.
which is like you just gouge whatever is there at the cost of, being able to like sustain it. Because BioWare's company hasn't existed for a long time. Like all the people who were involved in that company, all the people who made it what it was, and all of the structures and whatnot have been totally destroyed or like left. So
Yeah.
that company, even if you were a huge fanboy of it, which frankly I'm not. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I don't think that I don't see that those games were ever to the god tier level that people seem to tout them as. But I mean, if you were, then still like.
See it?
What
Is
this?
that you sexy Natsume's younger side? We're not doing some D&D art for ourselves, so we're all doing a bunch of different stuff as we're doing this. But
I'm gonna
yeah,
send it
like,
to,
yeah, send it in the channel. It's Cappy's really right. Like, I feel like EA is just now a money grabbing company of where, look out, they published Fallout 76, didn't they? Yeah, they did.
It's because
It's
the best thing they ever did was buy the digital rights to the Star Wars franchise.
Yes.
And when they bought the digital rights to the Star Wars franchise, they learned, oh man, just buying up shit that people already like and
Way
controlling
easier,
that,
yeah. Way easier.
way easier than making good games
Yeah.
that people want. And for a while, they did make some pretty good Star
Yeah,
Wars
well, that's
games.
it. And then you got Battlefield, yeah, is it not Battlefield? Battlestar Wars, Galactic Craft, whatever.
Those are
Star
not
Wars
things.
Battlefront.
What's it called?
Star Wars Battlefront.
And then
Battlefront,
Amy was
that's-
doing drugs.
Battlefront
Go
2.
to the art channel.
Yeah. Battlefront, thank you. Yeah, Battlefront 2, and it was just a rain of like, hey, you want to play this really cool game? Yeah, pay us loads of money. And it pissed off a lot of people. I remember at one point there was like, oh yeah, we've removed all loot boxes, we removed all sort of like microtransactions. And it was like, yeah, and then they were like, we're breaking them back, but better. And it's like, I mean, I've heard it's better now, but Jesus.
Okay, well, I'm giving up on that. Okay. Now I'm actually listening.
Good for
What were we talking about?
EA and the shithole it has become.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I think good sports games.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll be honest. The only thing I like about EA is the Sims. That's the only thing I like.
I feel like, yeah, but it's really hard to fuck up The Sims.
Well, also you have to
No,
understand that
it's
EA is
not.
no longer and has not been for a long time any kind of developer. Like,
Yeah,
it's not. It's a publisher,
Papa.
and what they do is they buy
yeah, they buy
Uh,
shit.
they buy developers, basically gut them, say here's your project list, and it's
Yeah,
like
fucking-
they're so big they don't have to care whether it does
Well, that's it.
necessarily, as long as it meets a certain sale marker.
I think they were saying that. I think a report came out now. Someone needs to can fact check me. I'm not 100% sure. I think EA said within the first 6 weeks they want Anthem to sell like 10 million copies or some shit like that. Something fucking ridiculous. And you're like, no. Yeah, it's a micro. That's all EA games are. I mean, like, I know when they rolled out Anthem, like on the first day, like they rolled out this massive first day patch, and BioWare's been really great at trying to like answer shit and like trying to like connect with people, because like it's still trying to bring back the destruction. And I agree with most people. Anthem could be a really good game. It looks really fun, and but it is unfinished. Now
has
give
the
it a
exact
year
same
or two.
potential as Destiny.
Yeah, give it a year
Yeah,
or
I was
two.
gonna say,
Probably
I'm gonna be
amazing
honest,
game.
I think it's at best the thing that it could become is just
Yeah,
a Destiny, but starting this life cycle of
Yes.
development for the better that Destiny has had to go through over 2 games now, all
Yeah.
over again for no good reason.
I'm about to say, yeah, it's
and
done
it'll
twice.
just become a different looking Destiny.
exactly. Like compared
So,
Destiny
I don't-
like
don't
before.
see the point.
Yeah, but the thing is, EA has such these high standards now that there are rumors. Now I can't confirm whether these are true or not. That because Anthem hasn't done so well, EA is now going to try and close BioWare, which I hope they don't. Because I hope
I hope they do. At a certain point, it's best to kill a lame horse.
yeah, you might be right there. But like I remember them rolling out a day one patch which fixed like a lot of the loading screens and the bugginess. But
It would
apparently,
also let me stop having to hear about people who just love BioWare to death because they
BioWare.
know the name and
Yeah,
they
that's it.
know some things about it that they really decided they really like, and
Yeah.
they're just like subscribed to a religion.
that's
And I
it.
think
That's
that
it.
It's
Like-
probably best that just goes away.
Yeah,
See,
at some
thing
point
is,
you're
though,
just like,
There's nothing
They
wrong
kill
with
it,
loving
It'll
game
get worse.
mm.
Because then they become like the
a martyr.
martyr. Exactly. They become like the martyr. Like, oh, they died on top. You know, they did their they
They
tried,
they
but
went
then
out
this
the
big
best.
Company EA.
Yeah.
They
never
pushed
is
them
never very
down.
good. Like
The 1 day patch was a 7 day patch.
Very
So
good.
yeah, apparently the first day patch like tried to fix a lot of issues like the loading screens and stuff. And I remember it was only out. They had this patch of where loot was dropping at an alarming like high rate. So it made like the grinding and the killing of the boss feel more rewarding. Yeah, in this first day patch, and everybody was loving it. It lasted for about 11 hours, and then BioWare went in and fixed it stealthily and made it really shit. So they had this issue they didn't know they had of this loot dropping really stupidly and irregularly, and it wasn't really good and it wasn't worth it. They fixed it in the patch, and then they were like, oh no, you can't have that good of a loot and feel that good about yourself. Grinding's still gotta be a fucking task.
It's the same thing. Like, the fact that this game is just not only is it like Destiny in just keeping it. Destiny literally had a thing called the loot cave,
Yeah,
where when it first came out, there was a cave where everyone would just sit in front of, shoot for hours on end and get crap ton of engrams, crap ton of loot, crap ton of weapons.
yeah.
And then Bungie was like, "Yeah, we gotta
We gotta fix that. Yeah, it's too
You guys
easy.
want to play the game, right?"
Yeah, you guys want to sit
Widow,
there.
where did you put your art?
She's
My art
she-
channel in the Discord.
Which Discord?
our Discord
Uh,
in the Crimson.
yeah.
Oh,
the
that
stream one.
Discord.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Go to Crimson Moon Clan, to the
I'm not
art
in that
channel.
apparently.
Why are you not in that? Do you want me to invite
No,
you, Cappy?
It's in this one.
No, it's not in the D&D one. That's
Oh,
from
no.
like.
Never mind. That's a
Yeah,
different.
it's not in the
Wait,
DM.
okay,
Why is
can-
it so bright in this right here? That's weird.
I'll invite you afterwards, Cappy. After we're done Pascal, I'll invite you.
It's
Um,
super bright and like like the figure itself is super bright and pastel in the computer version.
I don't know how
No,
to tell you.
invite me now so I can see it.
Fuck, When will you
want me to
invite him?
post it in the D&D? How do
No.
I invite him?
I want to be invited.
Just
I want to be in the cool kids club.
No.
I wish that I could be.
I can't. Right, one sec.
Cause all the cool kids, they seem to get it.
Invite Cappy now.
Okay, can I?
There you go, Caps. And here, Fumble, you join as well if you want.
No.
Oh yeah.
No,
No.
Blair also posted it. That was funny.
Now I demand to have my cool F-Zero blue color.
You can fuck off. I'll do that later,
Oh.
man. No, so basically EA's fucked up another game. Now, let's go on the opposite side of another game made by EA, Apex Legends.
Oh no. Okay.
Now,
Oh, that's
great.
Apex Legends,
I'll admit.
great fucking game, just straight off the bat. Just fucking
I'll admit.
straight game.
Yeah.
You know,
Do you know,
that,
do you know why it's so good?
It's
Why?
saying that
EA didn't know it was being
might-
made.
That's true. That is genuinely true. EA knew, like, they know what games are being made and stuff like that. And to EA, it was another sort of like, oh, everybody's
They
doing a
thought-
battle royale. Let's get someone to do it. Put the Titanfall
was-
into it.
They thought.
Oh, did they
This is what I read, or like genuinely, like it was. They thought. I can't remember what the developer for the actual Sledgehammer or something like that. I think it is.
Yeah, something like that.
As far as EA knew, they're making Titanfall 3.
Yes.
Like,
Oh
they were
god,
making
yeah, I
Titanfall
remember
3.
reading that. And
And
then
basically, they came
That
in
is-
one day to like the whatever board meeting or something like that, and was like, "We have this thing, Battle Royale. Guys, we should put it out." And EA was like, "Oh yeah, sure." And then
Go
they
for
did,
it.
basically.
yeah,
I
That
think-
might not be true,
Okay.
but
No.
that is the story I've heard.
yeah, I don't remember who.
I would be willing to believe that it was a project. It did feel a little bit oddly out of the mold to me, in that it
Yes.
does feel a bit more like a labor of love. And I would believe that it was a project that maybe it just the thing about EA is about the only good thing that can come out of EA at this point is that they're so fucking big and they're so full of money that they don't care. They don't care what gets made because as long as it's meeting certain sales dividends, whatever,
Yeah.
it's just like
It's more money for them.
You
Yeah,
know,
they're like, yeah,
more
money.
money for them. Now, the bad news is that means they're going to abandon literally anything that doesn't get that attention.
Yeah.
The good news is it means like they don't care enough, I don't think anymore, about their whole, project retinue that they're actually going to look at everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, and you'd hope that EA would learn the right lesson from this. Which
I don't think.
no,
No,
they
they
won't.
won't. They won't.
They
The
haven't
lesson
learned the
to
right
learn-
lesson from any of this.
the
No.
lesson to learn is like, hey, these developers know what they're doing. Let them do their shit.
Yeah.
They
Do you know
won't.
what?
Not gonna get that, which sucks.
No, I think do you know what? Honestly, I think made Apex so good compared to Anthem is Apex technically came out of fucking nowhere. There
Yeah,
was
no,
there was no
yeah.
hyping trailers. There was no people
No
on Twitter and there's
advertising.
no advertising. And then one day it dropped and it was like, boom, here you go. And everybody just fucking loved it. And I don't think EA even knew how big it was going to be.
Now, that
Um,
being said, I will say that EA's fingerprints are on this game in that
Apex isn't made by
it has
EA,
no
but it's published
meaningful
by it.
progression outside of having to
fighting?
pay shit tons of money too. If you want it like outside of cosmetic shit, like
Yeah.
and then it's like even like cosmetic shit, you're never gonna get anything if you don't pay,
Well,
Yeah.
that was I assume that was Sledgehammer's consent, being like, we have to throw this in there so EA will.
Yeah, allow
Yeah.
it. Like,
I don't
it's-
know.
I think
that's a lot of
think
conjecture,
I
but
think
I
it's
mean,
like EA's part of
I
it.
don't-
I think it's EA's like any game that is published by EA. They're like, no, it has to have some sort of microtransaction. Apex isn't made by EA, but it's published by it.
Yes.
well,
they're
yeah,
made
nothing's
by-
made by
Like
EA.
nothing's
doesn't
made.
make games.
When we mean made by EA, we mean published. The guys who made Titanfall and Titanfall 2 made Apex, and
People who gave them money.
the people who give them EA.
Gave them money.
And like, So here's a question. If you compare Apex, I know they're completely two different games, but if you think Anthem hadn't been as hyped up as much, like as the next great gaming generation, it wasn't the best multiplayer, it wasn't this, it wasn't that, and they did more of a like subtle route like Apex, do you think the game would have been more of a positive reviews? Because it'd be like, okay, well, we're not
It
like,
would have been seen as
I'm
a
gonna
work
say
in
no.
progress.
yeah, because then it
rather
wouldn't have
than
been like,
some-
this is not what it, tonight. It's like, oh, they called Respawn. Thank you for that. I couldn't.
Respawn, there we
That
go.
was it. Like, the reviews for
But never-
Anthem is like, well, you promised this, this, and this, and you didn't deliver, just like most games. Whereas Apex didn't promise shit all, and they were
Well-
like, here's a game, and you're like, oh, okay.
That is a not an EA exclusive problem. It's a game industries as a whole right now sort
Yes.
of thing. It's they
Yeah,
are,
but EA led that banner.
Yeah,
EA
it-
absolutely led that banner. They were the ones who showed that buying and gutting IPs, and that basically
no,
just
that's not the point I'm trying to make.
not giving a fuck about games except for what they can create in a sustainable, like microtransaction market. That was totally EA's invention.
No, that wasn't the point I was getting at. The thing that I was saying is the advertising part of it.
Yeah.
It's the revealing something like Anthem 4 years before it comes out.
Yeah.
yeah, that was it.
That's what I'm trying to get. Like
Yeah.
the whole EA thing. Yeah, of course they did buck up, but I'm saying
Uh,
the game industry as a whole has a problem with advertising. They are
Yeah.
they are-
That's fair.
fucking yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Look at when people
Um,
go on, JB. Sorry.
I'll say this about Anthem and Apex.
Yeah.
Whenever I first heard about Apex,
Mm.
that was really and started playing it. The first time I played Apex was the first time I heard of it.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
never
No, I'm with
tried
you.
it.
yeah, exactly.
You were,
Yeah.
it was like this new battle. You're like,
Yeah.
and then you played it, and
And
you're
I
like,
was- and I
holy
was
shit.
skeptical about it. I was like, okay, I'm going in this with cautious wolf.
Yeah, especially when you were like, oh, EA published it. I'm
Yeah,
with you.
because-
I'm fucking with you, man, on that. Yeah.
But here's the thing. This is yes. I've heard and I've seen advertisements for Anthem,
Mm.
and in my opinion, it is a lackluster game.
Costed.
Oh yeah, I
What?
don't think the it's the fact that they advertised the crap out of it
Yeah.
and then released it before it was ready.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
will say this now. I'll tell you what happened to it. What happened to it is the
Sorry,
exact same thing that is the exact same
Okay.
thing that happened to Pokemon Go when it was first released.
Oh god, yeah. It was hyped up so fucking much.
It was hyped up to the point where literally it just collapsed on itself.
Yeah, because like you can only hype it up so much where the thoughts and what that everybody expected to be will never meet reality.
Yes.
But the funny thing is though, is
That's
that
what
it's
I'm-
still one of the most played mobile games.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
but you
currently.
got to give it to Pokemon Go. They did like through and they're slowly developing and giving people what they want. So like again, Anthem will do that. Anthem, I'm sure in a year or two, Anthem will be a really great game. Everybody will come back and everybody like,
I'm
yeah,
not
let's play Anthem.
convinced.
No, with
That is
EA's
why I
track
said
record,
there
they're gonna
might be-
abandon it. Like
Yeah.
I doubt
No.
it's going to be able
Um,
to get the love and attention it
But
requires.
that is
deserves.
why I say there is a little bit of there's a little bit of hope there for Anthem. But I'm not expecting it to shine.
No.
For long.
What about you, Willow? What do you think? What about you, Kitty Cat?
I haven't really heard a lot from Anthem, but I
Yeah.
think it does have a lot to attract people with like the graphics. The graphics
Yes.
are really nice.
It looks like
they
a
are- they
really
are
pretty
putting-
game.
Yeah,
Really
they
Mechanics
are
fucking
are,
putting a lot
mechanics
of
are great too. Mechanics are great too.
Yeah, like I remember I've seen people play it and I've had people talk to me about it. They said the most fun thing about I was gonna say Apex, it's like it's a different game. The most fun thing about Anthem is flying and like going up waterfalls and flying around and just having that like Iron Man sort of simulation and this great thing. That's the best.
Yeah.
Which
If
is good.
They made an open world game,
Mm.
that would be dope. This
That
game
would.
is-
Yeah, it would.
It's very level based, like Destiny is.
Yeah.
Like
I
it's
think-
pseudo open world.
I think what pissed off a lot of people as well is, again, it's the same as most games, especially. So with Anthem on Origin, you have to buy it on Origin, so it's like a $60 game. On
Yeah.
top of that, then you have to pay like a subscription to Origin's like $15 to play
You
the
don't have
fucking
to.
game. No,
You don't have
apparently, do you not have to? I got told you
if
do.
you buy, you can just buy the game,
Yeah.
$60 game, and you can play it, or you can subscribe to their either like, I think it's their like $4 or $5 one a month where you can
Yeah.
get like a 10-hour trial, or they're like $15 a month and basically get it for free.
Oh,
essentially.
really?
You pay that monthly fee for the
Oh
game.
right, I
and, like,
see how it is.
And
But even still,
actually-
like, even still, if you
it's-
paid like $15 or $60, whatever you paid, and then you got that shit, you'd be pretty fucking pissed.
Oh yeah, I have this basic Origin Access, basically, which is like the
Yeah.
$6 a month thing, and I get a handful of games for free,
Mm-hmm.
and then I get the trials for all like new games and stuff like that. So I find it worth it because like, despite EA being shit, like occasionally their
They
developers
throw out
put
something good.
games.
Yeah, they
Like,
throw out
Battlefield
something.
1. I love that game. It's fun.
Yeah, it's actually worth interjecting here that
Mhm.
as much attention as the standard $60 price tag for games gets, from an economic standpoint, games have actually only increased in price by a very small
Yeah.
amount compared to the rest of.
No, you're right.
Compare movie
compared to
ticket.
pretty much anything else.
Yeah, no, you're
Um,
right. But
They were originally that $60 price tag was bonkers expensive. One of the reasons I think it hasn't really changed is because it's like now that's actually probably market value.
Yeah, no,
for
yeah,
the
you're
stuff
right.
That you're getting.
yeah,
Um,
but
what I don't like is when that's basically your entry fee.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm pissed at.
That's
Like,
that's wrong.
you can't-
Yeah, when it's like, okay, you paid your $60, now you can play like some of the game. But in order to really play the game, you're gonna have to play some form of subscription, whether that's disguised as regular DLC that you have to pay for, whether that's disguised as a season pass,
Mhm.
whether that's disguised not at all as an actual subscription.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I'm gonna use this for example because I'm having to deal with pain in the ass right now. The Sims. It's an EA game. The Sims is free.
yes,
Well, no, it's not. Or no, it's not. It's not free.
Yeah, no, you have to pay for the
You
Sims.
get
Yeah,
free on
yeah,
Access, I'm pretty sure.
But with it comes with DLCs. And
Yeah, like
I
it-
want to say it's the expansion packs. Those things are dadgum expensive.
yeah, because it's EA's way of making God
$40
give me
bucks?
the money.
I believe they're like $40 for a separate
Fuck
expansion
me.
pack.
At
It's
some
like
point,
the
it's like,
most
is it
recent-
fucking worth it to like spend $60 or whatever it is on a game that you know probably isn't finished and probably is going to cost you upwards another 60 or another 100 on this and
That's
that.
the thing that
That's-
ticks me off too, is AAA titles. So one of the most important things I learned about AAA titles is they're on such a huge budget,
Yeah.
and they're on such a specific timetable. They actually spend next to nothing compared to other games on like proper bug
QA.
testing, beta testing, QA, that sort of stuff. So that's why they come out as buggy dumpster fires,
Uh-huh.
because they haven't
Tested yet.
gone through the testing phases. And then the other thing about it is that's standard now. People are always complaining about like, oh, this game was released before it should have been. I'm like, no, it was released exactly when they planned it to.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, now we'll fix it. Yeah.
Again, your entry fee has been paid, and now you have to pay your
Yeah.
quote unquote subscription fee, which is okay. You want a game that actually is, optimized. You want a game that is, got expanded content, whatever. Then you've got to pay more money.
Yes.
And that's the hook. I mean, they've
They've
really
worked it out. Yeah, they've really worked it out, and like they
So-
know.
Sort of playing a little devil's advocate in that case,
Hmm.
depending on.
Like,
I don't think-
strategy-wise-
Oh,
sorry.
go ahead.
Strategy-wise, EA is beyond brilliant.
Yeah, EA has a great business model.
It does,
Like
but gaming-wise,
they fucking
EA
suck.
has a lackluster.
Yeah. And then the thing is, they're not the fucking only ones. Who made Fallout 76? What was the company called?
Bethesda.
Bethesda.
Bethesda,
Look,
Bethesda's
Bethesda's
just
a
like the
fucking another
incompetent
one.
example of EA, though.
Yeah, but
I
that's
mean,
what I mean.
it's kind
It's
of-
the companies are like that. Did Bethesda at one point like start? I remember reading about this where Bethesda started banning people from Fallout because they were hacking and modding it to make it fucking better, and then they went and wrote a letter and said, "Oh, if you write in a letter and apologise for hacking, like they were talking to 2-year-olds, we'll unban you." It's like at some point it's like you've lost respect.
Shit, that's pretty funny though.
Yeah, it's like how can you ban people trying to make your shitty game better? Like let's do it's like oh it,
I mean,
it
what this
grinds me.
really comes down to, though, is, and what I was trying to get at with the entry fee thing is, fundamentally, you don't own what you buy.
No, you don't.
No.
Which is, I mean, to me, I don't care whether you're like the most diehard believer in capitalism or whether you're Joe Marxist. That doesn't fit the system, right? I'm supposed to pay money and then own something.
Exactly,
That's how
like
that works.
you don't go into
if
a
I'm paying you money and not owning, I'm not renting this game from you. I'm
no
buying
exactly
it.
exactly
That's kind of where the transition happened. Games are no longer products; they're services.
yeah exactly
Yeah.
like that
Yeah,
and
that
that's
is
annoying.
fair.
But
But at a certain point, I should own
yeah,
the thing, right? Like I own my dishwasher.
You don't own your plumber.
Right. Exactly.
right. His plumber's
But
a
then-
human though, right?
right.
That's slavery. That's a
But
different
I'm saying-
matter.
I'm saying the game is now the plumber.
That
The
is
game
true.
now the thing-
The game is now Mario, guys.
Exactly.
The game has become Mario.
Your console is your console, your computer, your whatever.
Yeah.
That is the thing. Your software is now the service.
Yes,
Yeah, you've got a point there.
he's right. So before we get more of this, let's just go back to the nice side of EA, Apex Legends. So in your guys' opinion, and you guys in the chat as well, what makes Apex Legends so fucking great?
I like the easy gun system.
The
You know,
guns.
like I can't. Half
Yeah.
the reason why I can't play Call of Duty is because there's so many weapons and
Yes.
they're so complicated to figure out, and it's just like so hard. With Apex, it's like, oh, here's your simple weapons.
Yeah.
You pick them up, you find what you like, and you're set.
Yeah, I will say
Yeah.
probably within the first couple of games, I knew which guns I liked.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
knew
there's some-
as soon as I used the Peacekeeper, and then I felt in. I was like, yeah, this is the gun. It was very easy.
As someone who came from PUBG, one of the things I really like about it is, whilst adding depth to the game, they simultaneously streamlined the shit out of the
They
battle royales.
fucking did.
Not having to spend half my time playing A, loot simulator, and B, running simulator
Yeah.
is a dramatic improvement on,
Yeah,
on
I mean,
the formula.
like,
Yeah.
so,
if you
it's-
compare it
it's
to
a really
like
easy game to just jump into and actually play, as
Right.
opposed to like you have to take time in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and this is without even all of not getting into how hard it is to spot people, all the strategies, etc.
Yeah,
You gotta
no,
take
it's-
time to learn just how to
You-
fucking
you gotta-
loot shit.
yeah, like that's it. And like Apex is really like took a battle royale and made it seem seamless and like compare Apex to PUBG or fucking Blackout,
We don't
whatever.
even talk about
Like-
PUBG.
Like if
I'm not even-
I love Apex. Like, if you have something, if you have a better helmet or whatever, and you look at something, it will fucking tell you, hey, you don't need this shit helmet, you have a better one, or you already have it
You can just
equipped.
click on it.
Yeah.
It
It
won't
literally,
let you pick
it was
stuff you
literally
don't
like,
need.
no, you're wasting time, fucking move on. And like,
Yeah.
it shows you with attachments, hey, you don't have any guns for this attachment, don't fucking need it. Hey, you don't
Yeah.
need this ammo, don't have it.
allows you to ask your teammates for other stuff.
Yeah,
that you may
the ping system,
It's
the
great.
ping fucking system is the best thing of just being able to say, because this is the thing, in other battle royales,
They
trying to
streamlined the
communicate,
communication
trying to
system, too.
communicate with your team who doesn't have a mic or complete strangers, fucking nightmare. But just being able to
Yeah.
ping and go, I'm going over here, or this item's here, or this that is great.
So
It's a
Great.
fairly complicated system as well. I mean, you can do a fair amount
Yeah,
with it.
and the other thing I like about Apex is it's like it. I say this in a nice way. It forces you to play as a team.
Yeah.
So in other games, you will drop, and you can either drop either drop different places, whereas Apex is like, no, one of you is a jump master. You all drop together. You all fucking go where you need to go.
You can. You
Yeah.
can separate.
You
but
can
it's
separate
like-
if you want to. You're like, oh, he's being a dick. Let's move. Okay, that. But just being able to keep everybody together is great. And then having the characters, like, I play a lot of Lifeline. Lifeline doesn't fucking work if none of your team are nearby.
Yeah.
Gibraltar doesn't work. Wraith, none of these work on their own. It literally goes, hey, this is a team fucking game. Enjoy being in a team.
Yeah.
And you like, you know if you're a solo player in that and you see a team of 3, you're going to get fucking killed.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, but if I have my other team here and you can communicate and you ping and this and that. And then let's get onto the fucking sliding aspect. The movement of the game is so goddamn fun.
Okay,
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, the fact that
Like,
you can just slide forever
I
down.
am-
Yeah.
It's just-
I don't know how many times I've gone to other games and like wanted to slide and then realized I can't slide.
Yeah.
I will.
Now, that being said, I'll throw in that your standard movement feels like you're a boat.
Yes.
But the upside is that like you have all these interesting ways, depending on what character you're playing, and just depending on what environment you're in, to navigate the map, and so the movement really does add a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tragic in the chat just made a great point. It says, everybody can find at least 2 friends, or at least a friend. Finding 5 or 6 or that is really hard to do.
That's
But
a
I
good point.
wish there were 4.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm sure they will add more modes, but like just
No,
the sim-
apparently they said they're not going
Oh,
higher
they
than
knew-
3.
Oh, well, do you know what? Fair on them then. They know it works and like yeah,
They
you
said
want
they were
more.
gonna do a duos and a singles.
Yes.
But they weren't gonna do higher than 3.
I will. Okay, I'm gonna say this real quick about Apex. So, coming from an aspect of playing from playing Xbox games to PC games, from just playing battle royales from the Xbox, playing battle royales on the PC, I can tell a lot of difference in between.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will say this now, Apex. This game, it reminds me so much of a lot of the games I played on Xbox, just the way it moves.
Yeah.
It
Mhm.
moves so smooth. It's almost like silk. And it's
Yeah.
just the fact that I can get a hold of the mechanics very easily. The mechanics are so simple, but yet
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
it has such a
it's just a really great game. Like Jamie said, this gaming mechanics is so simple. My dad's 50 years old, yeah. He's not really into like shooting games. He plays a lot of strategy games like World of Warship, World of Tanks, Talk Rome, yeah. So he was like, oh, what's that game? I was like, come do it. I took him to the training, and it took him a while because he's not used to it. But he immediately got into it. He understood. He knew how to shoot, and it took him a while, but he picked it up straight away. And yeah, he doesn't have the fastest reflex. Yeah, he doesn't understand some of the games, but you learn that over time. Apex, everybody like these days, everybody's jumping on the fucking bandwagon of Battle Royale. PUBG, Blackout, even fucking Tetris has a 99 Battle Royale in that game.
Fuck, is it fun though? Like,
It
to be
is
honest,
fun.
Tetris, that's the best battle royale game. It just is.
Yeah, Tetris hands
Yeah,
down
fun.
beats them all. Beats them. I think Tetris sort of made it as a joke because it's like a tournament mode. They had that before. It's just like, oh, everybody's making a battle royale here. It's a
No,
free.
but it's cool. It's cool as hell.
I
Go
love.
to quick
I love
it's
it.
so fucking cool because like how good you are like directly affects you winning.
Yeah.
Because you can attack
And you just get
other
better and
people.
better. Yeah, exactly. You get better and better.
You can target people and attack specific people who are doing better than you,
Mhm.
Yes.
and give them essentially more blocks. They lose faster,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
it's like, and how crazy like the system is, where and instantly you could go from like 2 lines to basically touching the top in like
Yeah.
a minute,
No,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
and it's hilarious.
Why are you echoing?
I don't know.
probably because of me.
No, that's fine.
Maybe
So
being
before we move on to another game, I just want to throw some stats out, like to show how much everybody has loved Apex. So PUBG took them 6 months to get to 10 million players. Fortnite took them 2 months. Can anybody here guess how long it took Apex?
6
Not
days.
Even one. Not even 1 month.
72 hours.
Yeah.
Damn.
They took 72 hours to get to 10 million players going, this is a fucking great game, let's play. And they've just continued to rise.
We've seen a ton of people. I've seen a ton of people say that Apex may be the death of Fortnite.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
like,
I'm
if-
calling it. I'm calling it.
I feel like it's about time though. Like Fortnite has something good to go against. Like
Yeah.
they can play off. I mean, I'm not saying Fortnite's a bad game. I don't intendly enjoy it, but the way they do it and loads of people enjoy it and this and that. But
Well, I think with Fortnite, the thing is that the community is absolute crap.
All
It's
communities are
Overwatch.
absolute crap, Widow.
I'm
You met
going
any
to
game,
like-
yeah,
the Fortnite community. I'm gonna admit this about the Fortnite community.
yeah.
I have played many games that has toxic communities.
Yeah.
League of Legends, Overwatch, Fortnite, etc.
What are you on about? Obviously, Overwatch doesn't have a toxic community. It's just me and Widow.
They're super
Yeah,
friendly.
just-
They're
If
super
you guys
fucking
think
friendly.
Overwatch has a toxic community, you
Oh.
have not been deep in the shit.
No.
Yeah.
It has a
But,
bad
um,
community. It's not. Just,
I will
I
say,
don't agree. I think Overwatch has one of the best communities. I mean,
yes,
other
compared to
shooter
some games. To compare to some shooter games, yeah, no,
out of
you do.
shooter games, it's pretty friendly. But like, if you
Yeah.
go to Fortnite,
Have you ever
can't
played
spend 5
Chivalry?
minutes- Ooh.
but I will say this about Fortnite. In my opinion, the communities of Fortnite and League of Legends, I would prefer to go with League of Legends over Fortnite. And I have played both games
Yeah.
for
hate League of
relatively
Legends.
around the same amount of time.
Hello.
I would prefer League of Legends.
Yeah.
No.
No, you're right.
Because Fortnite is just, its community is, in all honesty, unbearable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
like,
I
can't
must agree. I must
I can't-
agree.
I play Fortnite.
I don't. Fuck that.
And I
Widow
can't
only
play
plays because her
without my-
boyfriend plays it. They haven't got because his boyfriend's poor cat on a PC. Fucking
Yeah.
noob.
Damn. That's fine.
and so I play with him, and I can't play with my mic on. Like, I have to turn voice chat off because anytime I play solo, it's just
So
Um,
one of the last things I want to say about Apex is
yeah. Go.
I don't remember where I heard this, but I thought it was the funniest shit ever. It was someone comparing Apex to Fortnite.
Yeah.
Like, oh, somebody asked questions like, okay, what's the difference between Fortnite and Apex? And the reply was, well, in Apex, when you shoot someone, they die, and in Fortnite, they turn into an 18-story building.
yeah.
So that alone just sort of
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, so it works.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's another thing about Fortnite that kind of drove me away whenever I first started playing it was the build. The build feature, yes, was really cool, and it was something different.
But
But
it's
I-
just done now.
What was
It's-
meant for a different game.
Yeah, it's true.
At the same time, it was just unbearable. The battles, the
The thing
the
is
fight
now,
you have-
if someone jumped into Fortnite who was completely new, they would meet with skyscrapers because everybody now just fucking builds everywhere. It's not
And
everybody.
straight
It's not running around shooting people. It's no. Let's see who can build the tallest structure and not die. Which
Yeah.
is
It's
it a battle
basically-
royale in that game? Is it a battle
no,
royale?
it's Minecraft.
It's a
It's Minecraft.
free for all tower defense game.
Yeah. So before we move
Which
into
is a
this
cool
game,
concept to be
it
honest.
is. It is. But it feels like that's not the
Let's put down,
game.
like turrets and stuff like that'd be dope. Like
I mean, they
actually
do-
make
It's
it, like,
got turrets.
It
but
has
you have-
turrets now. It has
a
turrets.
battle royale tower defense game would be like.
Yeah, that'd be
actually-
cool.
Isn't that Clash of Clans?
Yes.
Yeah,
No,
maybe.
it's not battle royale.
Like
and
that.
It's also not a tower defense game. It's a
Castle defense game. You know,
yeah.
different.
There's like a
There's
like a
there's
different-
no towers, Widow. God damn it!
There's
get
a,
with-
there's a different name
It's in
for
the
it.
name. It's in the name. You know.
Oh,
Clash
right.
of. Oh wait, it's not even in. Castle's not
thank
even
It's
in
also
the
a
name.
shit mobile game for shit people.
I got food.
So what do you guys think? Is Apex the Fortnite killer? Or
Yeah.
will we see Fortnite bite back and try and make changes and try to combat Apex?
They already did. So, Fortnite's new season just came out today, and they've completely changed their starting menu, the way their challenges look, the way that they kind of redecorated everything. Like
Put fresh
they're
core
already
paint on it.
starting- And the map is completely new. They
And see, that's the one thing I do like about Fortnite. Every season they change the map up with some sort of like stories, and I think that's a really great idea. Like,
I
just
think that I would imagine Apex might be doing something like that.
I would love
What
Apex to do that.
it completely depends on is how quickly Apex is updating.
Yes.
Like if they do the same season structure that Fortnite does, possibly. If
Yeah.
not, Fortnite still wins because it
Yeah.
changing fairly regularly
yeah.
is kind of what gives it. That's what
It gives it
its
that
special-
unique flair. Yeah.
Like there's a reason why Fortnite beat PUBG, not just because PUBG was a paid-for game, but because PUBG took forever to update.
Yes.
And new things didn't come out fast enough, where Fortnite was constantly changing.
Speaking of updates, let's talk about the new Overwatch hero, Baptiste.
Baptiste.
JB's
Oh,
super
okay.
excited for it. He's like, yes.
Does he have a grenade launcher? Because like that.
May I
To an
lead
ex-
off with this, Amy? May I lead
So
off
yeah,
with this?
let me just explain what Baptiste is for everybody. So Baptiste is a yeah, Kathy, just giggling to yourself. Combat support. His origin story is he grew up in war. He joined Talon, saw Talon was fucking assholes and left, and now he's an ex-Talon and all that. JB, please do lead us off.
Okay, Baptiste. To start off with, I'm gonna start off with the backstory first.
Yeah.
His backstory. This is perhaps one of the first times for any of the Overwatch heroes' backstories I actually felt more sympathy
Okay, can you pass
than
all the
anything.
water
Really.
in there?
I felt it for Brigitte. I was happy for her. Moria, tragedy with genius, but Baptiste, tragedy would overcome. That is something I've always. Thing about me is, I have a lot of mental disabilities. I'll go ahead and put out there now. Thing about me, and most of them are learning. I don't let that stop me. I'm someone who sees the challenge will overcome it, and that's
Yeah.
something I like about Baptiste. Is in his backstory, they put it where he had a challenge, he overcame it, and I like the fact about that. I like the fact that he's the character that I can connect with on that point of level of how we both stand.
Yes.
Ability wise, I will say this: his immortality.
That will change the game.
That
What's
will
the
change-
immortality? I
So
don't know
it-
any of his abilities.
Yeah,
So-
I know it's kid at all.
Okay, so his ability. So immortality basically is since out drone. I believe it's for 8 seconds or 10.
It's 10, I
And
think.
basically, anyone who stands in that field is immortal.
You can't kill them. So there's a Bastion shooting at you in turret mode.
Oh,
Can't fucking
boy.
go kill that fucker because he's immortal.
But here's the thing: you can destroy the turn. You can
Yes.
destroy the little drone, which I'm happy about. I
Yes.
think they said it has the same amount of health as a sim turn.
Yes.
Oh,
But
Bap
I
looks
will
like the
be watching.
boyfriend or twin from the Apex Girl. Oh, he does, yeah.
But I will say this now. I feel like they should have made that ultimate.
Mm.
They I thought
Maybe, yeah.
a bigger field of range and made it his ultimate.
They might change it though.
wait, that's not his ultimate.
No,
That's
so
his.
Okay, so
So-
his ultimate. I should have started off with that. His ultimate.
JB's well into this. He's like, listen here, right? This is what I know.
Look. I actually might consider staying a support and being a Baptiste. I might consider it.
Maybe.
He's a healer?
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
combat healer. So let's just go over his abilities. So
All right.
he is the only healer with a burst fire gun. So his gun does a 3-round burst fire. Only hero to have that gun. Which I know the community's been asking for it. They speculated a lot. Like when Sombra had her gun, we thought it was a burst fire. That was on his left click. On his right click, he has like a grenade launcher, which it launches healing orbs at. It only hurts the allies you heal
Yeah,
them.
they heal.
He then has basically a burst heal that heals him and anybody within range. He has in his immortality field, which you throw down, and then he also has his sort of passage where you can hold down shift and you can jump, so he can get to different places. He's really mobile. And then his ult,
Legs, he can jump?
Yeah.
His ultimate basically sends out a wall. It's not a huge wall.
I think it's like a 4x4 grid or something
I
something.
believe, and
It
basically,
increases
you
all
can
damage and
walk.
healing gone through it.
Yes. So
I was
let's
gonna say, great, more Waltimates.
Well, no, but like it's like a transparent thing that you can shoot through.
Mm.
Can
from-
it get shot through both ways or just your way?
I think it can get shot through both ways, but I don't think it because it's your
But
thing.
it's friendly. It's friendly
Okay.
fire
Yeah.
through it only.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's less a wall, more an amplifier.
Yeah, it's more of an apple. I know if Genji deflects, it affects you, but again, that's only because Genji deflects. I think it only works on projectiles as well. I saw someone doing some like test. Widow, how much does a body shot do on a normal person?
150.
Yeah, This takes
It would double.
it doubles it. A body shot.
Just killing
Just one body shot.
McCrees all day long.
Body
Or
shot.
McCree.
Body shot
Okay.
McCree.
So,
Body shot almost half the characters.
Yeah. Yeah,
about
exactly.
Baptiste and what I want to say about him. His ultimate, I feel like, should have been a secondary ability and lowered the damage boost of it.
Well, he might do. Like, he's still in PTR. Like, he's still.
I know, and I honestly hope they do that. I hope they do switch it. Because I feel like yes, the ultimate that he has right now is a good ability, but in all honesty, it's not a ultimate.
Yeah.
Well, if we'll take it this way, so you know Mercy's new thing. Her Valkyrie isn't really an ultimate. It's just kind of a utility, and her res is really what's the big deal.
Yeah.
So the one thing that we're doing with this character is his ultimate is a utility that's supposed to help the game, while his current ability is it's easy to spot, like the turret.
Yeah.
So that's what you're supposed to find.
Yes.
And that's why it's not an ultimate, because it can be stopped so easily by killing that turret.
Understandable, but I still say they should switch it. Now, his ability, his burst heal ability, I will stand by and say this. I like it. It's
Yeah, it
burst.
looks good.
Yes, I will say I can't find much wrong with it except for the fact that the radius. I don't know what the radius of it is. Isn't it the same as Lucio's?
No, I think it's smaller.
Oh,
Yeah.
if it was the same as Lucius, that'd be insane.
Yeah.
So I like that factor. I like that it's another AoE healer. I like that.
Yeah. I think he's gonna be in the new meta with Brig. I think that's gonna be the two new healers.
Yeah, that's it. And like the thing as well, like Baptiste, is they seem to make him where it's like this healer needs to stay with your team, but he's not like a Mercy. He won't automatically die. He's like he does shit, but he doesn't work if he's away.
I mean,
Sounds
take-
like it sounds to me like from a positional standpoint, he's a mobile frontline version of Zenyatta.
I'm gonna
Yes.
say now with
Yeah.
Baptiste, I feel like they're gonna try and recreate the which one was it? The Winston, Diva, Lucio, Zen, Tracer, Genji.
The
What
dive meta.
Dive.
they're gonna recreate.
I
the
just
dive
thought you were naming
with-
characters then. They're gonna recreate these
Yeah.
characters. Man.
They're gonna recreate.
Maybe
the
Widow
dive
maybe get back in the meta. I hope she's
No.
in the meta. She hasn't been in the meta since.
Nobody wants her in the meta.
yeah, fuck
Fuck
Widow.
you. Fuck you, Widow.
I believe
You're
that-
French.
I
Nobody
wanna-
likes you.
I want to say with Baptiste, they're gonna recreate the dive meta
Now,
with
yeah.
just the fact, with just his immortality.
And his ability to jump anywhere and like get places where Anna can't.
Yeah.
so
That
that's why
gives
I'm
him more
saying
variety.
They might end up switching out Zenyatta probably for him, and if not, because Lucio's probably getting a nerf here soon, and
He was getting a buff as well. Lucio's getting a buff, mate.
Yeah, so
I
it's
can't
just
fucking wait for that. I'm just gonna boot people.
that, and the fact that beams, yes, are getting a nerf. Winston says his cannon's getting a nerf, but yet it's also getting. But Winston himself is getting a buff.
Yeah, everybody's getting sort of like nerfs and buffs now.
Yeah.
But
Except for Widow, they don't touch Widow.
because nobody likes her. Nobody wants
She's
to.
trash.
Nobody wants to touch the French
Really
lady.
good. No matter
Shut up.
what you
No.
do to the game,
No.
her
No.
utilities are always
No.
Because it's a sniper rifle. Sniper rifles are good. That is a rule.
Like,
I will
give the
say
sniper
this
rifle to
about-
Winston. He'll be the best. Okay,
Exactly.
like nobody likes
a
Widow.
giant monkey with like a
There's
tiny,
a tiny
gun.
gun like ah, scoping.
His thumb can barely hit the trigger.
Yeah.
I want to say some more things about Baptiste, his gun specifically. I like the idea of a 3-round burst. In fact,
Yeah.
that's actually one of the guns I'm actually very formal with is a 3-round burst.
Because you're American.
Yes.
I mean, any
I'm-
every gun's a burst fire gun. If you use it right.
I'm not forward with any guns because we have
Yeah,
laws and don't kill people on the street.
I totally agree with the son of the gunnery sergeant here. Every gun is a burst fire gun if you use it right.
Yeah.
If we're gonna start talking about weapons, I gotta
Oh,
drop
God.
some knowledge.
No,
Father's a small arms master gunner, trained killers for a living.
Trained killers, trained assassins. That would go out and become mercenaries. It's not fucking.
I like the idea that they put in with the burst round. I like it.
Yeah.
and it's something new. In fact, if you look at a lot of soldier mains, I believe a lot of soldier
Hey,
mains
Smog.
may be becoming
Welcome to the podcast, man.
Baptiste mains, just the fact that a lot of them will be used to the 3-round burst, because I know a lot of people who are soldier mains and they treat him like a 3-round burst.
Well, it like in actuality,
That's the rule of automatic weapons.
that's how you actually use automatic weapons in real life. You do not fire them rapid fire. That is stupid.
Yeah.
You will never hit anything. You'll hit something with the first shot, but never again.
And
You
not
do,
only that,
you
but
do
the
burst
fact that-
fires. So you
Someone's
can
like,
realign
I'm
your
really
trigger
angry
time.
about this. Now, before we just get
I mean,
into
I'm not angry. I know things.
I know things. I know the knowledge.
Like,
Now, here's my I have a problem with Baptiste, and it's a problem that I have with a lot of heroes that they added, is they don't add in the hero. They don't seem to add in a hero to be like, oh, this is a new hero. They add in a hero to fix a meta. So Baptiste is in here to fix the GOATS meta, and I'm like, that's what pisses me off. They've purposely added him in and gave him the abilities to fix the GOAT, because that's what he's all accidentally on.
Okay,
like
here's
fix
my
GOAT.
issue I
What
take
meta
with
did
that.
Hammond fix?
Look, Hammer's
I'm
just
gonna say-
look. Everybody wanted a cute hamster, right? And
Here,
hamster
I think-
correct.
Hammond was planned from the beginning. He
Yeah.
was supposed to be paired with Winston. That's
Yeah.
what the whole Lunar. That's his map and
Yeah.
Winston's map. He was there before most of this meta came out.
Yes.
And became really a
Can
meta.
I'm gonna interject here. I've mostly not said a lot on this subject so far, but
Yeah.
I will say right here, right now.
Yeah.
Welcome to fucking Overwatch.
Yeah, no, yeah.
The game has never been balanced.
No.
It can't be balanced. Because in order to be balanced, they would have to go against their branding message and do things to heroes they're not gonna do.
Yes.
Like, and so the fact that new heroes are being used to change those bet metas
Yeah.
and balance things out, that's either it's either that or nothing.
I
Like,
know,
either that or
but
the
it's
metas
still
exist
it
forever.
still pisses me off. Of like,
But I think what Overwatch is cool when they're doing that is it constantly changes the game, kind of like Fortnite changing the maps. With them doing that,
yeah.
it allows new things to come out. Allows
Yeah,
people
but
to think,
then
allows old
then this is a issue. I mind them creating metas and having heroes to balance metas and doing this. It's when the metas are made, the metas are not made for like us, like for bronzes and silvers in mind. It's
Yeah,
not like,
it's made
oh, they're
for
gonna
top
run
500.
fucking goats and this and that and that. It's made for top 500 platinums, grandmasters
But
above.
that's why I'm saying.
And then it
that's
gets
a
brought
function of
down
the
to
game,
Allah.
Not
Yeah,
That's a function of the game, because the problem there is that there are intelligent people who are going to take these things and they're going to min-max them.
Yeah.
And in order to combat that, you really have to have a commitment
Yeah.
to, like, okay, you know, if D.Va becomes a meta, I don't care how popular D.Va is, we're gonna nerf her to adjust this meta. But that's just simply not something the Overwatch dev team is willing to do.
No.
Like, they don't want to touch their diversity characters. They don't want to touch characters like I mean, there's a reason they've had to nerf Baguette like what,
baguette.
12 times now.
Yeah, because it's
like
just
they're unwilling to actually do you know, take drastic measures, do things that will affect characters that are basically their kind of poster children.
yeah.
And
I heard-
that's going to make the game a certain way
Mm.
for people at the top who are going to abuse that.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think you know, if you, the only way that they can kind of keep their branding message that they're committed to, and also try to keep some semblance of balance, is to do that, is to create those counter characters.
Yeah.
And at a
No,
certain
you're
point,
right.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think at a certain point you have to be.
The best way I've heard explained essentially was that they do not nerf or buff based on like actual statistics. They nerf
Yeah.
and based off of complaints.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That's what
Basically,
there's
yeah.
a very big difference between like people complaining about like on forums like this character's broken and then the actual facts to it. They don't care about the actual numbers of those characters. They care about how much people are talking about those characters.
Well,
Yes.
and again, it's another case of like if a character's popularity and or the you know, their proximity to their image is, you know, more important, then they're not going to get adjusted. Like, they tried to nerf. The reason I use D.Va as an example, they tried to nerf D.Va. The fan base went ape shit.
And
Yeah.
then they gave her missiles.
Then they just buffed her to the fucking ceiling. Like, it's one of those where, and then the other thing they're trying to do is they want their, like, and I'm gonna be controversial here for a second, because they want their girlfriend characters. Like, they want the characters that they're like, oh, you know, like, oh, this is the character that you don't have to aim and you don't da. Like, Overwatch pretends that it's like really, you know, progressive and shit, but honestly, it's pretty fucking.
Yeah.
It's kind of insulting when you peel back the layers.
Yeah,
And, like, that's why Bridget is the way that she is.
Yeah.
It's because it's like, oh, we want the girlfriend character, we want the cat lover, the who likes cake and donuts, and also you don't have
donuts.
to really aim and do all these other things because we think that's what, you know, girl gamers and da. And that's like, I think that's fucked up, but that's the way that they operate.
Yeah, that's the way it is.
And in order to keep that, they can't then also have a balanced game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But I
let's
think I was gonna say that's what's great about Overwatch is the imbalance. Meaning, when you have games, there's no like, well, if you have this set of characters, you have this set of characters, you're gonna win. It's like you have to play to your skill.
I gotta
Like,
give.
at some point, it is like you have to counter and stuff, but just because you picked that character, it doesn't mean it's automatically gonna counter. Something.
Yeah,
There
and the
are
example I would like to
positives
throw,
to that.
I would like the example.
Skill is required.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the example I would like to throw out of it is my right heart play, and the shit I do. Like, I counter half the shit that should counter me just because I play him stupid like, and it should never work, and I get shouted at half the time by random people, and then they're like, "Wait, how did that work?" I'm like, "I don't know, but it's
I
fine."
was gonna say, except for the times where it does work and it's fucking hilarious and
Oh,
awesome.
my attack orb and this and that, and people get pissed. It's like, it works. Let's go to chat for a sec. Let's have a look. So Flair said the only way to fix Overwatch is to buff Mercy, Widow, Brig, Diva, nerf McCree, Zen, Moira, and Hanzo. Why you gonna nerf Hanzo?
How could you nerf McCree? He's not a character.
McCree is already
He's in a
borderline.
different game. He's playing a different game.
He's so fragile. He has no movement capabilities.
I think what they need to do with McCree is they need to give him a shorter cooldown on his role.
They need to give him kit, like actual kit. He is
Then,
literally a hunter from Destiny 1. That is all.
then we have,
Like,
we have, what's it, guys? Then we have Smug saying, is that new Overwatch character out already, or has it released it? He's on the PTR, which everybody can download for free. It's
I'm
like the
literally
beta.
downloading PTR right now.
And it's like the bait, and everybody can go play him. And then he just, and then Smog chimes in and goes, "Just take away the bow from Hansel, or mega lol."
I mean, yeah, that would fix Hanzo for sure.
And then Flair's now jumped in.
Take away the Hanzo from the game. That would
What
certainly fix
what they
part of
should
the
do is just go with their original plan and just combine Hanzo
So and
and
Genji. I would love to see that. I would love just for shit. Then Flair says, "Delete McCree Flash or smaller range."
You know what they should
No!
do?
That's literally the only thing he has going for him.
You know what they
I will
should do?
defend McCree till my dying day.
You know what Overwatch should do is they should have a game mode to where they take all of these abandoned ideas and throw it in the game.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Now,
Yeah, so,
speak.
like, they would have Hanzo Genji. They would have like, say maybe season 1 Widowmaker. Or
Stop trying to bring Widowmaker. Stop trying to bring her in, man. Nobody's gonna. No one's with you. Nobody's with you.
Yeah, original Reds. But do you know what what season 1 Widowmaker could do?
What?
She could one-shot tanks.
Right, that's no. You shouldn't be able to one-shot a tank. That's why I got so pissed at Hanzo. Remember when Hanzo had his fucking pingy Skyros, and he just one-shots tanks. Now, speaking of old abilities, let's answer this question. If you could bring back one ability or one thing that a hero used to have, what would it be, Widow?
Team Res, Mercy. Team Res.
Diva's longer defense matrix.
Okay, not crappy.
Crappy!
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 Cappy.
That-
Cappy. What about?
I mean, honestly, if you know what, I'll give you that as long as you take away the roll your face across the keyboard gameplay of current Diva. You can have whatever you want as long as it's no longer just fucking like, I'm just gonna smash my head on the keys and stuff.
What
will
about you,
happen.
Jibby? What about you?
Die.
Bring back any old ability.
Any old ability or anything like that?
That's actually a hard.
Or how like one of the guns works, or how one of the players used to move. Anything that you could. JB's
That's
muted.
long because a lot
JB
of the
muted.
characters we play are old characters, like they were there since
Yep.
the beginning.
Yeah.
So to think of that, that's like, oh.
Do you know what I'd bring? Do you know what I would
I
bring
want to
back?
bring back the ability of McCree to be part of the meta.
I mean, the thing he never had.
Do you know what I'd bring back? Just because of the sheer enjoyment I got out of it, of Symmetra's old gun being able to attach.
Yeah.
Now,
I would bring that back.
the only reason I'd bring that back is because it was so funny to see tanks and shit flailing around as you stood there dodging and attaching, and their life slowly draining away. And it's like, get up, get up, get up, get up. It's like, no. That's
So I'm gonna say this now. The reason why I want to bring back Symmetra's theme is because I am finding myself to actually love Symmetra a lot more now.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm playing her. The thing about me is I play characters the complete opposite of how they're supposed to be played.
well, you know, I'm with you there, man.
Especially DPS. If I play a DPS, some people say, "Oh, Junkrat, be in the front line and try to destroy all these tanks."
That's not how
No,
that jump right works.
Literally,
These are
I
hillary.
am flanking around.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I am blowing up the people in the back line.
That's it.
Well, it also depends on the team. If
Yeah.
you want Junkrat up front, you have a Reaper usually, and that's the one flanking. And
Yeah,
Junkrat's
yeah.
for
It depends who
shield.
you have.
Well, if that, then I'm still flanking around. I'm taking care of the tanks from the back.
No,
So
yeah,
if
I'm with JB. Like, I play characters so differently. I think people have
And-
now given up telling me how to play a character. People have given me up, but now telling me Ryan has a shield. I know he has a shield. I'm not gonna fucking use it.
In fact,
You just-
example, Amy plays attack torp. I play attack sim. Every time Amy goes to attack torp, I will go attack them. Just because of how ingenious it is.
I am. Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
Because
I
people
think-
don't expect it.
I think
No.
the funny thing about that though is that people will go like Pharah, Junkrat, Reaper to counter your attack things,
And you're like,
it's because they don't have the skill for the actual counters, which is long range, like Hanzo, Widow, McCree, Ashe now.
Yeah.
That's what your real counters are.
And the thing
And
is, do you know what's
no one will play them.
no one will play that? And do you know what's really funny? The few people that have played Riddle against my attack top, I've out-sniped, which I love. The fact that I'm like, oh, you can't hit me, but fuck you.
There's very little more satisfying in the world for me than playing sniper fight with a widow as a McCringleberry and just
winning.
being like, I'm Wayne.
Sup, Blackheed?
And then
And I'm
the-
gonna shoot you from the hip at 600 yards away while you're scoping in on me, and I'm gonna win.
The main
Yeah,
reason
but-
why the main
go
reason
ahead.
why I would play attack sim with whenever Amy plays attack torp is just the fact that I know, like, oh, if a fair is coming around, Amy's turret gas.
I got it. I got it.
Yeah.
Amy's
I got it.
turret can handle it.
Yeah.
While if Amy's turret is busy taking care of, let's say, a flanking Farah, my sim turrets can take care of whatever going.
Yeah,
through the-
because
Well,
like
why do
most people now, like JB's right. Most people now, like especially smart people, they'll see a torp to it, they'll see a symmetric to it, and they make one or two choices. It's either A, to ignore that, trying to deal with the rest of the team and just let that damage come through, or B, jump on the turret. So either way,
Yeah.
you win because A, you made a distraction, so our team can jump on them, or B, you're just standing there and letting the turret take the damage. So either way, they're losing.
And
Um,
it didn't, it's but with these, like unlike Bastion, where Bastion is the main
Fuck
part of
Bastion.
the team. With Symmetra Torb, you have other teammates that can build your like DPS roles. Like if you have Diva, if you have Diva plus the turret, the Diva can jump on the Pharah and the turret finishes her
Yeah.
usually.
Yeah.
So what about you
then
guys?
if
What
you
about you
have-
guys in chat? If you could change one thing, either revert it back, like a movement, a gun, anything like that, what would you bring back from Overwatch? Like, from how far you played, what would you bring back and why? We're really interested to find out. Like I said, Overwatch has developed and changed from over the 2-3 years it's been.
Actually, I'm gonna say this real quick. Instead of Symmetra's gun, I actually want to bring back the fact that her orb can go through the shield.
Moira?
No,
No.
Symmetra's used to be able to
Oh.
go through shields.
Still
take the gun.
Because of how actually good it was.
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing
Yeah, I
is, again, just having the symmetric gun of just being able to jump behind a Ryan and attach, and as he flails around rapidly trying to kill you, it's just like, right, yeah, I'm just gonna stand away here, you die now. I love
But
that.
I think maybe
Oh
Overwatch
my
might
God.
need a few more abilities that can go past the shield though.
Yeah.
That way it makes the game less stationary.
Yeah, because now, especially when you play a Ryan, all you ever get told is, put your fucking shield up, just run.
Yeah.
I actually would say
And I hate
interject
that.
here and say one of the things that I really like, one of the few recent buffs that I was really on board with was they gave McCree and I think it was either Soldier or somebody else. Maybe Soldier already had it, but they gave other characters the bonus damage
Check.
that bonus damage to shields that Bastion has,
Yes.
which really helped with the
Just to break it down.
of the shield
Yeah.
meta. Just because I've noticed ever since then, like shield metas don't result in fighting over one choke point for 10 fucking minutes anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
That's what I hated.
So let's take again to the chat. Clucky said he wants the Reaper orbs back. He feels like lifesteal is kind of dumb, and it doesn't fit. The orbs made more sense. What do you guys think? Did the orbs make more sense of the lifesteal?
I
That
think
was
that
something
makes him
that I
really
played.
fragile.
I played the
I
orbs.
think,
I
I
wanna
think
say
he
no.
needs I want to say he should have a bit of both. So I want to go back to that really like slow life heal where he didn't like his life heal wasn't at 50% anymore. I want to say you have that where you can shoot some people to get life, but you also have the orbs
Yeah.
around.
I mean, I've
Like-
got to admit, I like the orbs a lot better because it made it more gameplay. Because it wasn't just you instantly healed and you could keep fighting. It was
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
you had to go get shit but I don't know.
His 50% heal is ridiculous
Yeah.
no matter what way you slice.
Yeah, the only problem I have with the orbs is you had to be the one. They had to die, and if you were busy in a fight and you didn't have time to go pick up some orbs, you were fucked.
Yeah.
Whereas the
time
life
for,
heal,
like,
the life heal's got to make it like you are a tank healer, go in and just start doing damage and getting in and flanking. I sort of like that aspect a lot better.
maybe if the orbs worked in some sort of radius sort of way, so
Yeah, like if
You
you,
wouldn't
were
necessarily
in a
have to be the-
certain area, it would just come to you.
Yeah, I feel like if he had like some sort of
you'd have
draw
a bit of a
in.
magnet to you.
Yeah,
Oh, you know what could be really cool though? What if Reaper had a new ability where it's like all the orbs are on the map, and if you pressed a button, all of those would just come to you and like
and you turn
almost
Super
like-
Saiyan.
yeah.
Oh shit, that's actually really cool. You could basically like
Yeah, one
have
health.
spots that like the orbs would last like a certain amount of time,
Mhm.
but within the time those orbs exist, you can basically have as many as you want on the map,
I just,
and then you're low on health, do a mass recall.
But
And basically all the
I
orbs
just
come to you.
imagine like you're surrounded by tanks and the enemy
Silly.
team. You're on one health. They're like, "We've got you now, Reaper." You press a button, it's like Super Saiyan, and they're like, "Oh fuck, run!" Flare says. Flare says.
Basically, his ult now though, like
Yeah.
if he has 50% life heal and he ults at 1 health, he will get health back.
Yeah, like I've literally got in, nearly died, ulted, got all my life back, and walked away.
Yeah.
That being said, the ridiculous opposite of that is when you ult at 1 life and then somebody like I've had
Shield
a Reaper
bashes you.
counter ult.
Yeah,
I've had a
oh.
Reaper counter ult me like we were both at low health and
Yeah.
I ulted and then he ulted and it was just that because he was getting more life back with more life to start, he just killed me.
Yeah.
And, like nothing else
Like
came of it.
that's it. Flare says that is the game. Get orbs or you're a bad Reaper.
Or you want to know something that could be fun, like a Beyblade with Reaper?
Oh my
like-
word.
Like
God,
if
no.
you have
Someone
like,
contact Blizzard.
and it's like
Just
just like
contact.
you have Beyblade Reaper. Like what if you had oh my, what if they had a scene where you could get on Orisa and you had Beyblade Reaper where you'd get on Orisa, the Orisa
No.
would travel you around
Oh
and
my
the Reaper
god,
would
no.
shoot. That
Wait,
would
no,
be the new
no, you
Beyblade.
created a
Stop
monster.
being so silly.
Stop.
You're creating a monster.
Yeah.
Come on, that would be fun.
Old Clacky says bring back Nano Speed Beast. Beast?
Food beast.
Speed Beast. Speed Boost. Yeah, so when you
Bring
used
back nano spoopies.
to... when you get Nano Boosted, you used to get a load of health and then you used to be super fast. I love that. Because it meant like the
must
lower
admit-
level health characters or the squishy characters could get out the thing faster. And any tanks could get into the fight faster. And it was a really good disengage and really good engage.
Yeah, especially if like you nano boosted Mercy, then she could do her job.
Oh my god!
easier.
Do you remember when Mercy's ult, the Valkyria, used to be really fucking good, and you just nano boost and she wipe a team? Like, yeah. There's so much good things you missed.
You know what? That's the ability I'd bring back. The damage boosted Valkyrie Mercy.
I love that.
Okay, so Let's go on again to another a different segment.
Hold on.
Okay, go
Before
on.
we go on to a different segment, I wanna wind things all
Yeah?
the way back.
Let's
to a
wind
point
it up.
where
Yeah.
I wanted to give everybody like I was trying not to talk over people. I wanted to let everybody get their thing out, but then we kind of moved on.
Sorry.
I want to go all the way back to what was said about Baptiste's backstory, which is that surprisingly, I actually agree with that. Like, I actually gave more of a shit about
Yeah.
Baptiste's backstory than I have for pretty much anyone else in the game. And the reason why, I also identify with the people who have to struggle through adversity, but I think it was less that and more that the adversity that he had to struggle through was like classic hubris.
Mm.
It was
Yeah.
classic, like that line where he says, when you think you're a big man, it's hard to admit that you're wrong. Like, that's so much more meaningful and deep than like
Yeah.
pretty much everything else that the like Overwatch heroes
Yeah.
quote
Overwatch-
unquote
Okay, I wanna-
struggle with.
Overwatch is definitely evolving with their story. Like,
Yeah,
it's
they're
getting
becoming a
better
lot
with each
deeper.
character.
Yeah.
I want to say something about Overwatch backstory. Out of all 30 heroes in Overwatch, Baptiste so far
Yeah.
has been the one I have actually been more proud of with the factor of his backstory.
Yeah.
It's like
But
they've
the most-
tried to sell this idea that they're all, you know, like struggling against some form of oppression or whatever with almost every single character, and sometimes it's just laughably stupid.
Yeah.
Like-
In fact, I'll use some heroes I know whose backstories I know right off the bat. Anna's backstory. Yes, tragedy met with just another tragedy. I didn't really like Anna's backstory that much for the main factor of that. Oh, lost an eye, ran off, pretend to die. I can't really grasp that much, except for, yes, I understand that, oh, she wanted to protect her daughter. I understand that. But it still puts me in a mode of just like, this whole conflict could have been
Yeah.
both conflicts.
Like the diva backstory made me just absolutely want to laugh and vomit at the same time. Like it's just so bad. Like, I'm sorry, your problem is that you're like
gamer?
famous and a gamer and you're like essentially a child soldier in a robot suit. Like,
Yeah.
what even is this?
But
They-
then all
they-
your friends died. I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
You
this
think?
Okay, so I'm gonna say this about Diva's backstory. It's humorous.
But it's not though. It's not played that way. It's played as a tragedy. Like, and I don't get it.
They really like got all in with the
Like her
tragedy.
big moment of triumph is learning to blow herself. Oh, Blake, what the fuck?
Another backstory that I really am not really like proud of is Moria's. Her tragedy, her
I love how you say
fact
like you're
that-
proud of like you personally had a hand in Moira's backstory. I made this and it was so bad.
I'm not happy much with Moria's backstory. With the fact that she was faced with the fact that her science was rejected,
Yeah.
so she went to
Tell him.
people. Yeah, she went to
Basically,
town.
so, yeah.
Well, I mean, she's also supposed to be evil. So
Yeah,
But
There's that.
she's basically an anime dude. She animated.
Basically,
What I get? What?
So the
No,
way
talking
I
about Moria's
portray
backstory.
Moria's backstory is the fact that she was craving
Approval and attention and like
approval and
yeah.
attention. That's why she went to Talon.
Yeah,
Because they gave
that's
her
that's
what she
that's sort of
wanted.
like it feels like a lot of people that went to Talon is because Overwatch was a piece of shit and they didn't give the right approval or they didn't give enough attention
Yeah.
or they just weren't there
that's
to
why I
help.
really like one of the
Widowmaker
really good
got, like-
backstories.
Yeah, Widowmaker got fucked because she got brainwashed and Overwatch did
Yeah.
shit all. They were like,
Yeah.
oh, you're a blueberry muffin now, bye.
Yeah.
Widow, I will show a bit of. I will show. A bit
I
of
won't.
sympathy.
Bitch, I don't even know what, like, you did never meet a husband. If he comes back at one point, I may give a
Okay,
shit.
but before
her
this,
husband may be a new character.
He's dead though. I feel like, though, then can Widow really be evil? Because like all her reason for being evil is like they brainwashed me to kill my husband. Now I'm
And
an assassin. He's
I'm
like,
gonna say-
yeah, he
I'm
not
gonna say-
dead.
If you look at some of the comics, especially the Winter one, you can see that the effects of the brainwashing are wearing off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starting to show more of her humanity, and the fact that they're bringing places back from Widow's past, I feel like there's something big about it happening with Widow. I'm
Maybe,
gonna
yeah.
say it now. I
I
have.
hope it does.
I
Before
think
this gets
My
entirely
head
lost,
needs to
I just
blow.
want to say, like, to finish making my point, one of the reasons I really like Baptiste's story is because, like, so like some of the other really good ones, like, you really feel for Reinhardt's story because Reinhardt's story is about, yeah, Overwatch, that didn't go so well. People
Yeah.
didn't treat me very nice. My friends are now pretending that they're dead and nobody really cares, and like I
yeah.
just kind of got shit on and spit out.
Mm.
But he still does the right thing because that's his character. Like he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
no,
He's I am the knight. Yeah.
this is my job. I step up because that's who I am. That's really cool. But then you have other characters like, what is Arissa's struggle supposed to be? Like what? She's a robot who got blew up, and then
She was a
I
goat
don't
created by a
understand how,
small
like,
child. That's
Yeah,
Arissa's
and then-
backstory.
a brilliant toddler from a utopian society decided to rebuild this robot.
Yeah.
And like, I don't get how that's supposed to be inspiring at all.
No.
I don't care.
And the thing,
Like,
I think let's talk about Arissa for a second. I think the reason nobody gives a shit is because the main aspect of Arissa was she was created by this child genius, and it was all about what was she called, Fifi?
Yeah, Fifi.
Yeah.
It was
And
about the child, not the robot.
It was about the child,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah,
for
that's right.
before Arissa came out, everybody was like, "Are they gonna put a child in a game where you kill each other?" And like maybe they could do this and maybe they could do that, and everybody was like, "This child's gonna be really cool, and they could do this, and maybe because she could stay in spawn and activate Arissa and."
but also, who cares? What is her struggle? Like, what?
You know what would
What
be
is her
really
character
cool?
other than being a genius toddler in a
Exactly.
utopian society?
No, yeah,
Exactly.
and a princess.
But you want to know what would be really cool? It's like, you know how Ash has Bob?
Bab.
What if Effie, she had Arisa, and with her, it was either a utility or she could ride Arisa.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Then, would you want in your game? Would
Why are
you
obsessed
want to
with
have?
Risa? That's kinda weird.
So Widow just wants to ride a goat. The
No,
thing
but, like,
is, I think this
yeah.
was the struggle for a lot of people when they announced Arissa or they announced Fifi, whatever, whatever she is. It's like, end of the day, it's a game about killing people. Like, you shoot people and like, yeah, you like, would you feel comfortable? I mean, like, most people would, like, because it's just a video game. But, like, could you
Yeah.
put it in comfortably and, like, yeah, this is a small child, go kill him? I think, so,
I think they would change. They might need to change it, make her a bit older,
yeah.
like more
Oh,
diva age.
Overwatch wouldn't do that.
No.
Yeah, but I think it would be really fun though, because it'd be a concept like Diva's mech. You know how she has that
Stop
stage,
trying
and
to-
then in the mech.
The chat says, so the chat has put it really nicely about Divas. Diva's backstory says, I'm so sad I'm famous, let me learn how to explode. And then apparently Arisa's struggle is dealing with 4 legs while everybody else has 2. And then they
That
said,
is a struggle. I get that one. No,
and then they said, why do half your ideas involve having someone riding a Arissa Widow?
It's fun.
It's
We're gonna have
not.
a horse lady.
She's not a
and you're
horse,
not
she's a goat.
utilizing her.
She's a goat.
she's not a goat. She's a robot.
She's a goat. She's a goat. She's a goat, ma'am.
Anyway,
Um,
okay.
She's a centaur.
But that's the point I wanted to make about Baptiste is I
Yeah.
like that it's like and I like that from the perspective of Overwatch trying to brand itself. I like that his struggle isn't, oh, I'm a black dude from Haiti. Like
Yes.
his struggle is like, no, I have an identity other than being a black dude. Like
Yes.
I have my own struggles. I have my own like
Like, fuck
place
off,
in
yeah.
this philosophical backstory that has nothing to do with the fact that I'm one of your quote unquote diversity characters. Like,
Yeah,
I think that's
Come on,
cool.
dude. Doomfist or Reaper?
Doomfist.
Oh, Doomfist, got it.
well,
I'll make
Doom-
an example of Doomfist. Doomfist, they didn't give us much about his youth. They did not give us much about his youth back.
Yeah.
Really, the main
Um,
focus on the story was how he got the fist, and that's pretty much
how
it.
much he can fist you, no. Also, no, you cannot raise your goal and ride him into battle. No.
I wish.
No,
I
we're
think
not
so.
doing
I
that.
actually think Doomfist's backstory is pretty decent because it's like he was all, like he had all this skill as a martial artist, and then he gets maimed, and then it's like,
Yeah.
that's over. And then basically, like, Talon gives him the arm, where it's like, hey, you can still do this, and you can do it in an environment where, like, yeah, we know you like to fight. Yeah, like, yo, dog, we heard you liked fighting, so here's a fist so
Yo,
you can
dog.
punch your enemies while you
Yo,
punch
dog.
your enemies.
Okay.
Like,
punch your
honestly,
belly.
outside of the meme, that's actually a pretty cool story
Yeah.
of just like, yeah, no, this dude just really, like,
Yeah.
that's his passion, and they gave him a way to, like, to be the most of that.
Yes.
I'm gonna say this real quick about Doomfist. Doomfist was a character that was hyped up from the very start of Overwatch. He was hyped up.
Oh yeah, because he's in like the original trailer with a boy. It's like, this is Doomfist's gauntlet. Blah blah
But
blah
I
blah
will
blah.
say this, it was another Pokemon Go experience.
Yeah.
He was so hyped up, it shattered on him. For the main fact being
It
that,
shitted on. Oh sorry.
yeah,
no.
the main fact being including his backstory. Yes, you brought up the point that he knew a lot of martial arts, but in his actual character and his actual set, where does that show?
Mm. That's right.
Well, he does shout out the moves of the, like, the
Still,
moves that he's
where
doing.
does that show?
Yes.
It
So
does not show anywhere. The way they designed the character was to be
Well,
the really
They've got all-
experienced
They've got all the
fighter.
references to sport fighting, like, all
it's
of
kind
this.
of like, well,
No.
JB, you have to take this into account. So kind of like in D&D, you have like the monks, but not every person says, well, I'm gonna do a roundhouse kick and I'm gonna do this, because it doesn't really work that way sometimes. And with game mechanics, you have to kind of think that way. It's like,
yeah.
oh yeah, he has all these
understand.
cool martial arts, but
Just
within the
fact-
game, it can't show all of them, especially when it's an ability-based game. And
Yeah.
it's not.
It's just what I'm trying to get to a point is the fact that yes, I know his character is supposed to be based around the fifth, but add into his backstory, he knows more than what the fist is capable of.
The fist.
He literally he doesn't even have to have a fist.
But he does for the
saying
game.
fist.
He does.
Yeah, but
Well,
I think
he's running
I
around
think
with a bunch of super powered.
well, this is the thing.
You know-
I think some of the Overwatch creators and like the devs and stuff came out with, especially when Reaper had the orbs. Put this the best way. There are some things in the game that are just purely game mechanics. They don't have to make sense due to the lore and stuff. They're just there for the game mechanics, and then that's right in every game. I think what we're gonna do now, we're gonna have a 5-minute break, and then when we come back, we're gonna talk about the new Pokemon game and the trailer that's just released.
Fuck yes!
Yeah,
good.
so let's go have a 5-minute break. Everybody go refresh. Widow, can you play some little like music? Because I don't have music to play.
But I'm not streaming.
Can you send me music to play. What music you want?
Like on my phone?
You want me to go fetch a music bot and then cue up the Monty Python
Oh,
animation music?
I can give you my playlist.
Yeah, give me your playlist. That's what I mean. Give me your playlist. I'll play it. But yeah, we'll be right back with the new Pokemon game and all the details on that. So everybody go have a 5-minute break.
How do I give you my playlist? Got it.
I hope you all know that while we've been having this
Ignore the
discussion,
name of it.
I've been
It's
playing
kind of what I
Battlefront 1.
listen
It's
to while I
absolute
play
shit.
D&D.
Why are you talking shit about Battlefront 1, dude?
No. I said I've been playing Battlefront 1 like absolute
My
shit.
wix site is fast.
Oh, Battlefield
How
1.
fast?
Or yes, that one.
Battlefront
Turbo
1 is a completely
fast.
different game.
Yes. But the point is that I've been shittily playing Battlefield 1 while we have been talking.
I've been waiting for that since. I got all night.
I haven't been trying.
I'm having to download the game with take place almost 2 hours. So now I'm having to download all 19 of my the time. An hour for that.
I used to have a DS and then I lost it.
Oh wait, I have my face cam. I can show y'all what happens in my game. So you see it, right?
All I see is the First World War. Good work.
Good job. Oh no, I kid you not. I went to go open it one day. Apparently, the piece right here was already breaking and it was getting stuck on the right there. I went to go try and open it. It wouldn't open, so I was like, no, I'm going to force this. Snap.
Good job. Fantastic.
Well done, mate.
Thank you. I can't do it again. But yeah, so yeah, that's it.
How to treat me like a queen.
Highlighter shirt.
Yeah, I'm too lazy to get all nice. I'm in Shane's jacket, cat ear headphones. I'm good.
Wait, we were supposed to get dressed for this?
No! I was already dressed because I went to school. Otherwise, I'd be in like some sort of tank top and my hair would be a mess. I'd probably brush it. Who just killed their mic? Yeah. Did Amy play the playlist that I sent? Is the stream listening to a playlist, or are you guys just... Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's nice.
I like
That's all the music I listen to during D&D to help you get in the mood for Natsumi. That's like all based around her personality.
How did I just miss a point-blank bayonet charge? What? I just ran right past him screaming like an idiot. Ah!
What
Yeah.
item would be funnier to have for a tiefling bard who sees people? And think humorous, not serious. Humorous. Bagpipes or a guitar?
Guitar.
Did you really just ask me whether bagpipes or guitars are funnier?
Yes.
That's not a question you should have to ask.
No, for a character to seduce someone with.
Yeah, you
It'd be
don't
funny with the
have you
bagpipes.
ever seen? Have you ever seen? Have I married? I married an axe murderer. That's literally.
Better than yeah. You will. Yeah, we added 2 more people. Yeah, I know.
Wow, because of the fact that it just draw people.
Yep.
I never left.
I really just went to go change.
I had my break during like the middle of it because I couldn't hold it. I'm drinking 2 drinks that I finished, so it's like
Okay, now we're back. Hey, my chocolate. I got chocolate this time. So, everybody, I know that probably wasn't 5 minutes.
Nope, it was
No,
barely
it
3.
wasn't- Yeah, it wasn't
But
even
right,
one song.
I pissed really quickly. Okay, calm the fuck down. Hey, ow. So, nom 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 chocolate. So let's move on to some exciting news. The fucking new trailer for Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Okay, may I first start by saying, Pokemon, what the fuck? Sword and Shield doesn't make any fucking sense.
Like any of their Pokemons, but X
No.
and Y. Remember that shit?
But even still, somehow that fit better.
It did.
Yeah, there is
I
no
mean, at
like,
least X
sword
and Y had to do
shield.
with like breeding or something.
There is. There's a Pokemon that's literally a sword and literally a shield.
Right,
say this now.
but
if Asian
does that-
Spice does not get anything, I'm gonna be very mad.
So, like, this Sword and Shield as the name of the game. So that means that the legendary Pokemon are going to be based off of swords and shields.
I'd
All
love
right,
to
hold
see a
on.
giant like sword wielding maniac. I
Look-
think that'd be cool.
You're just gonna have Pokemon who are just beating each other with swords.
Right, I just want to say this: they have a Pokemon based off keys. Okay, let's not forget that. So
Went to
Okay,
the
if-
keys
if
and not the
you
washing
don't-
machine.
yeah,
If any of y'all go and look at the Pokemon Direct 2/27/2019, they will actually reveal a legendary as a kind of teaser. It's on the mountain
Tease ya.
whenever the girl walks by.
just
Th-
teases
like,
you
some
with a little
people
tip of tease.
Yes,
So
I mean, I'm assuming that's gonna be one of the legendaries. for
Maybe.
the main staff.
But that's like it's like an ancient almost Aztec looking drawing. So like it could be very different looking.
that's true.
Yeah.
You could.
So
But-
let's first of all let's just put down the facts of Pokemon. So it's gonna be in. I have my notes here. I'm really prepared for this. So it's gonna be called Sword and Shield. They're gonna be in the Galar region.
Gala region.
Galar region. And they have 3 new
Loosely
starters.
based off the UK.
Yeah, loosely based off the UK. We have 3 new starters.
I
Grookey.
hate all 3 of the starters. I'm gonna go flat out on it. I
Alright,
hate all of them.
Grookey, which is a monkey, and he's grass based. You have Scorch Bunny, which is basically a rabbit, and is a fire base. And then Sobble, which is a
Oh.
water,
Sad lizard.
which
Yeah.
is a water lizard. Okay, now out of the 3 of them, I'm gonna be honest. Sobble looks the cutest,
It
but
does.
fuck me, they're running out of ideas.
I like Grookey.
Grookey, look.
I have to go for the grass one. I love the monkey.
Like, yeah, they've had grass monkeys though. Remember when they fucking had the 3 the fire, water,
Yeah,
and
but
grass?
this one's gonna evolve and be cool.
This one's gonna
And
be
most likely
fucking
have
cool.
a sword or a shield.
No, I'm gonna make the assumption here. Another Sun Wukong reference.
Remember?
No, I don't think so.
So-
No, because since
Yesterday, me and my friend was actually discussing, what are some ideas for their evolved forms and what types are they? For the grass monkey, we assumed he was going to be grass fighting and was going to take on a Sun Wukong reference because if you look at the Pokemon Direct, it actually shows him using his stick as a weapon.
I think
So,
it's
I'm
going to be less of a monkey, more of a gorilla, because it
Yeah.
specifically says the chimp Pokemon.
Yeah, it calls him a chimp. He doesn't call him a monkey.
Yeah, so I would imagine it's going to evolve into an ape, not a monkey. So it's
Yeah.
not going to really
Yeah.
follow the same as Fernape, who is called Infernape, but actually a monkey.
yeah.
That's fine.
We have
And,
the chat
for
saying
the-
that they feel like the water starters have gone down in quality recently.
They have.
The-
I will
the
be-
what?
The
On.
water starters. What was the water starter for
yeah.
Alola?
Poplio.
Popplio was the best. How dare you?
Ah, fuck
Popplio
Poplio's
was the
garbage.
best.
You're all
How
wrong.
fucking dare you? I will stab you.
It's adorable.
Popplio is the fucking best.
Okay, I'm gonna say this now. Originally, for the Alola region,
Mm-hmm.
I was going to pick routes. For the main factor being the way I pick my starters is, which ones have I been picking lately? And I looked.
Don't you
at
fuck
my-
Popplio? Popplio was the best. Rowlet was fucking shit. It was an owl.
best.
You had a
Yeah.
fucking owl. I will
I like
fight
it,
you.
right?
and
I will
was
fight
gonna
you,
pick
chat.
routes because I noticed, I have a lackluster of grass type starters. So I was just gonna be like, okay, routes. Then I see the hate Popplio's game. That's when I was like, you know what? I'm going for what I want. I'm going for.
Popplio was the best. Like, how could you not love? Like,
Yeah.
I'll say this. I feel like the water Pokemon are always the cutest,
They are.
and I feel like how
I
could
mean, the fire types, like... They,
no the
they
fire
go
type
pretty
they
far.
come
I
and
mean,
go.
lit-
They come and go. Like, but I
Literally
feel
all
like
Fire Kit. Like,
I feel like the water types are always on par with, like, they are definitely the cutest. Like, the fires and the grass sort of come here and there, depending on what you...
Ashwat, y'all remember Ashwat?
Oshawott was so fucking cute, this is what I mean. How could you not love a little otter?
disappointing Pokemon.
No, you are wrong, sir. You are wrong. How dare you?
Okay,
How
let me
dare
explain
you.
myself. Let me explain to
You
you why
have not-
Ashwat-
Go on, do it.
Because
Cut you.
I dare you.
his evolution was literally leading into a badass samurai otter.
Yeah.
Yep.
and he becomes this. He goes on all fours essentially, which
Yeah.
just ruins the whole aesthetic of the thing. So 2 legs, next evolution 2 legs, and then goes on all fours for no reason. Now in the anime they show like him staying on 2 legs, looking cool and stuff like that. But in the actual games, they make him just
Oshaw's the
look
best.
like a weird
No,
dog.
no, you're wrong. You're clearly
Oshawott.
just wrong. Oshawott.
Oshawot's great.
No.
His evolutions are shit.
I'm gonna say this now. I love Oshawott. I love his evolution for the main factor that ever since I was
It
little,
was so adorable.
this sort of love for samurais, knights, and stuff like that.
But just imagine how much cooler it would have been if they actually would have made him like
Boy,
a
imagine that
legit
if I'd have
samurai.
Remember Grey Ninja? I saw that. I saw that name in.
Greninja.
I saw that name in chat. Greninja.
Greninja. What's Greninja?
X
Froakie
and Y.
found the both one.
It's a frog that strangles itself with its own tongue.
It's a frog. Yeah, remember the frog?
I remember that.
And he does water
I
show.
remember it.
Again, that it went from really cute to being really cool. I feel like the water types do that the best, and I
Well,
can't
that's
wait
Yeah.
for like Sobble's a stupid name. I'm gonna be honest. Sobble's like why you call that? But
It's
I
that
saw him. I saw him, and I was like, I love him, and I will protect him forever.
Is it just me? But do these new starters look like fan-made Pokemon?
That's what I thought.
Okay, I'm gonna be 100% honest. With the fact that, so I was watching this thing with my friend, and I was like, okay, I do not like any of these starters for the main fact that they look too cute and innocent. None of these starters. if you
They
look
must
in the
murder
background-
each other. I mean, it's a game. It's a family game, JB.
They
Like,
always look cute at the beginning.
yeah.
Like, they weren't. In fact, you could tell, like, oh, they're gonna be cool and awesome and powerful.
Yeah, that's the whole
Yet they
point.
still have that kind of cute aspect.
Yeah, but I think like that's because it's a family game and they're trying to appeal to younger generations of look at this really cute
Yeah.
birdie or this cute cat, but look, because like think of it, in the game no one really dies. All the Pokemon just
Yeah.
pass out and you go revive them.
Yeah.
Like nobody dies. Like
Yeah.
the darkest Pokemon has ever come
Except for
to,
that one Cubone.
except for the one
Do
Cubone.
not bring up the cue
Do
ball
not
unless you want to see
okay.
me cry.
And
Nobody.
potentially Gary's Rattata.
Gary's
Rattata.
Rattata is
We ain't
dead.
talking-
He's
we ain't
fucking
talking
dead.
about that. Yeah, we ain't talking about that.
But like the whole point of Pokemon is like it's the same thing over and over again. Of it's a very friendly, cute, like go around, catch as many Pokemon, battle, do gyms, go to the league. There's this sort of bad guy, but they're not really bad guys, and they're fun and this and it's
Yeah.
great.
Team
Misunderstood.
Rocket's amazing.
Yeah, Team Rocket's the best.
but I'll be honest.
Team Rocket blasting off again.
Okay, so but back to these starters real quick. Me and my friend were discussing what types they would be. I was gonna say the grass is gonna be grass fighting and get me and him were agreeing on the grass fighting type.
Jibby, you echo.
I'm not hearing
Remember when
Echo.
Pokemon was just all about fucking gang fights?
Why am I hearing echo?
Do you have stream on?
No, I don't have stream. Why would I have stream on?
Like, do you have it not muted? Like, can you hear stream?
No, I don't have. No, I never have
Not
that.
me. Okay, but back to the starters.
Mm-hmm.
Have I just gone crazy?
We were thinking that
Someone tell me they can hear an echo.
I hear the
I can hear an
I
echo.
hear it.
I don't.
Right, then it's you. Then
Yeah,
it's you
you're the
causing the window. If you can't hear it, you're causing the echo. Have you
Oh.
got the stream opened?
No. What? I could. Yeah, I have the stream open, but I'm
Is
not
it-
listening to it.
Just mute it. Just make sure it's muted.
It is muted.
Well, now there's no echo.
Now there's no echo. I wonder why, Widow.
What happened there?
Okay,
It was muted.
okay, but
Whatever you
that's
say.
the starting point.
Fucking Widow.
We assume that the water is going to be either a water ground, pure water, or water ice.
I would like it to be a wall electricity just to be like a fuck you.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I mean, seeing as it's yellow in design, that'd makes sense.
we come to Scorn Rabbit or whatever the heck his name is.
It is, I'll tell you. I did my notes, I did my research.
Or bunny.
Scorbunny.
And we look at him and we're just thinking they're going to create a firefighting. They're going to create a fire.
I want it to
Fire
be.
rock or
I know it
fire
never happened, but I want it to be a fire flying.
Not
But-
again.
and then I look at it and I'm keep thinking they're going to make a fire rock or a fire ground type. That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So, if you're gonna say that, that means it would actually make a lot of sense for them to do a water electric Pokemon.
Yeah.
In that sense, you're basically going to use them to counter each other,
Yes.
essentially. So they
Because
essentially
that's
would
the
all
whole
be
point,
balanced
and it
towards
like the
each other.
starters always cancel each other. They're all balanced. Chat says a few things. They said we were doing the real versus fake Pokemon thing yesterday in Discord, and I thought they were definitely fan made.
Right.
And then they can hear an echo. Then they told Widow to stop fucking it up. And then they said the Pokemon are probably Powerpuff Girls.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Now, if they
No, but that's
did,
the thing. If someone showed me these Pokemon, just like, oh look, it's the new Pokemon, Link is like, no, it's not. That's bullshit. These don't look real. They're
Yeah.
fake. Whatever.
Yeah.
And then seeing them in the trailer, I was like, oh no, what are the rest of the designs gonna be in this game?
Yeah.
what are the okay, that's what I'm thinking of. What are the rest of the Pokemon going to
I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't liked the majority of designs from a Pokemon
Pokemon.
generation.
Gotta
on
fuck 'em all.
From blah blah blah
Blah,
since
blah,
Gen
blah.
5.
Well,
Yes, honestly, I was thinking Gen 5 when they had that full just redo of the Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. In fact, Gen 5 is perhaps one of my favorite generations. Unova region is perhaps one of my favorite, in all honesty. Because of the fact that they just had a complete wipe and redo.
Chat says,
I like
can they get a Pokemon that's literally just a hole? Probably. They'll probably design
what?
that.
I mean,
just
they
a
have
hole.
a sandcastle, so
Just
why not?
yeah, they
Yeah.
have a circle. But Clacky brings up a point that I kind of want the starters to be fire, grass, water, fire, grass, water, just to fuck
Oh,
things
shit,
up.
that'd be
How
weird as
amazing would that be?
What?
I'd love them fucking do that.
I would think they would
Yeah.
do something like that, or just I think they might go back to just doing solid types, like
yeah,
just being fire.
Yeah,
grass,
that's what I was
and
about
water.
to say.
Ah.
I want to say they're gonna do exactly what they did for Generation 2 and go pure.
yes.
Pure.
One of the reasons I think that kind of is because essentially this is their first new game since like Pokemon Go and Let's Go
Eevee
the Let's
and
Go games.
Yeah.
So those are the games that are supposed to bring back people
Yeah.
and get new fans going essentially. So I think they're gonna start out pretty simplified. I think
Yes.
this game is gonna be a little bit more simplified than the other ones, but not to the extent that like Let's Go is.
Yes.
And we can go ahead and wipe out the fact that they're probably gonna do a. But you can go ahead and wipe out the seeing how the fact that in the trailer they revealed Pokemon from older generations. We
That
Yeah.
could have just been for the
Yeah.
trailer though.
Yeah, they could have
I
done
know.
that.
True.
They just didn't. They wanted to show off the graphics, but not the
Pokemon. So they put older. I can see that happening.
because that's the thing. Unova didn't completely remove the other Pokemon.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just
you
it
could
wasn't
find the old Pokemon. It was just they
wasn't as
were
common.
compared.
Yeah, they weren't
Yeah.
as common as like the
And
new
you
ones.
could get all 500 some Pokemon in that game
Yeah.
by trade.
Yeah, but that's also including after you beat the game.
Well, no, not
Yeah.
even after you beat the game, because you could trade from your. You could technically get those Pokemon whenever you want, as long as you had a friend.
Yeah, but most people don't have friends, so it's fine, JB. We
That's
understand. So let's move on to our last segment before we close off the stream because we're running on 2 hours now, and this is a new segment I like to call "Fuck Up of the Week." So we know
Is
that.
it every segment a new segment?
Yeah, well, yeah, technically this is the first stream, new segment. So this is called Fuck of the Week. We know gaming companies, developers, publishers all fuck up at some time. Look at Anthem. Look at one time the Resident Evil people had a butcher shop make meat in this in the form of hands. There's a load of like backtracking. So this week I was like, let's take it back. Let's take it back to. Anybody heard of the company called THQ Nordic?
Yep.
No.
They bought the rights and bought the developers of Metro's Exodus. So they basically published that game from the developers. They bought them, and they're a really good company. So this week they were like, "Hey, let's do an Ask Me Anything segment."
Wait, from you are.
They did an Ask Me Anything segment where normally it's done on Reddit, and a lot of like it means the developers and stuff and the publishers can get feedback on their games and what people like and what they think. So everyone's like, yeah, cool. So they did it on a website called 8chan, I think. Now, if nobody knows what 8chan is, it is basically a red flag website where it sometimes produces child porn thing. Yes, the child porn thing. And they were like, don't worry, we have a person called Mark. He's going to take all the bad things out. It went to shit within like the first 2 minutes. And they've been, throughout the whole week, Like
Don't
this,
worry,
this
we
happened
have
on
Mark.
this happened on Tuesday as well, and then they basically went, "Oh, we didn't know what the website was," even though you could just go fucking Google it and it would bring it up like literally what it was. They were like, "We don't condone child porn or white supremacy or racism," and it's just like you fucked up so bad. Like even some of the developers that were in that company was like, "It feels so bad to be associated with that company in the way." So just remember that, guys. You could have fucked up so much this week, but you can't fuck up as much as TH Nordic. I would like to thank everybody for joining this stream, this first stream. Please do tell us, guys, what you thought of this. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
If you did, if you haven't followed us before and you do enjoy it, follow us. We have a Discord down below. Go get the Discord. And I have actually a new thing that I'm excited to announce on the end of this. Everything, all the streams going forward, are going to be on YouTube. So in our Discord, we're going to link our YouTube channel. Next week, it'll be sorted out. The thing that's on YouTube at the moment is our girls' night. Everything else will get uploaded periodically. This will get on there and everything, and you can go check those out. Go check our VODs out if you miss them. You can subscribe to the channel and everything like that. I'd like to thank myself. I'd like to thank Kat, JB, Fumble, and I almost said Crappy again, Kathy.
Ah, boy.
And if you did enjoy us, we'll see you guys next week for another update and another little chat. So everybody say bye.
And if you didn't enjoy it, fuck you, you wanker.
Exactly. So everybody say bye.
Bye.